Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review over in Raggy's tap room. As you can see, very special beer this, really super excited. Last weekend, literally a few days ago, I went over to Southwold, the home of Adnams. Wow, that is a stunning, I do mean stunning town. And Adnams, I've always loved Adnams Broadside, and I really get the ethos behind Adnams now. I see what they've done in that town, and I'm really a fan of the brewery now. You know, I was already a big fan of Broadside. I've got the keg here. It's on the beer hall. That you may or may not see in time. But yeah, so this is a super special beer from Adnams. There's lots of Adnams content on the channel. Over the next few weeks, it's just going to be lots. You know, it is what it is. When a beer reviewer comes to town, he's going to buy beers, isn't he? You know, I'm a fan of beer. Is what it is. So this is Adnams, both barrels, and it's oak aged Broadside. We are looking at £7 or £8, I think it was. Was it £7.99 for the bottle? So yes, comes with this, you know, the Grolsch style lid. Obviously you can, and it's got a sticky label there that you can put. I've actually had some because a good fellow at the brewery shop actually says, "Would you like to taste it?" And I'm like, "Go on then." And why wouldn't you? You know. And he cracked open the bottle and let us have a taste. Beautiful. So I will read what it says on the back. So both barrels, oak aged Broadside. It's Broadside, but not as you know it. Complex in both aromas and flavours thanks to 6 years oak aging in barrels once used to mature bourbon. This unique beer has notes of toasty vanilla oak, cherries, hints of whiskey with a fruity rhubarb tang. The palate is rich with a combination of both sweet raisins and bitter cherries. 9% ABV. And here we go. And you know, like I say, I'm a massive fan of Adnams Broadside. My favourite of the Adnams beers, well, was. We'll see. I did like the flat white porter over in the Soul Bay Inn, the tap bar for Adnams, literally across from the brewery. So here we go. Little pop there. There we go. Get that bumming sticky thing off. Oh, cherry, bourbon. A little bit of vanilla on the aroma. Oh. Here we go. Oh, that glunk, 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 glunk. Oh. It's a school night, but do I care? No. No. This is a special beer. And I'm really super looking forward to it. So, here we go. Both barrels. It must have been a year or two ago when I first heard of this beer, and it's like, wow, Broadside, oak aged. And I'm like, one day. And obviously, you know, you go through time and you forget. And then I'm there and I walks in, I'm like, oh, that's that beer. And here we go. I don't think the glass does it justice really, but it's a beer festival glass. So Robin Hood Beer Festival 2022, last year. So dark pour, like a dark ruby pour. A few mils of white head on this. You wouldn't expect a big head on something this strong anyway. And again, the bourbon, the cherry. Oh, I've seen barrels outside the brewery the other day. I don't know if it's got this in it, but smells absolutely amazing. Oh, my king. Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. Broadside, since I started drinking it, I always wondered why the bottled version is 6.3 and the cask is 4.7. Well, I'm sure it was 4.8 at one stage. Um, and is that obviously to make people so people don't get drunk and drink more in pubs? Possibly, possibly. That's still like 6.3 in pubs. But anyway, let's get into this anyway without going on too long. 6 minutes, I ain't even tasted it yet. I'm salivating. A sweetness. The bourbon flows in. A biscuity element flows in. Vanilla. A hint of cherry in there somewhere. Oh, oh, it's quality. It's a bit of quality. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a really complex beer. There's lots flowing in. I don't know if you can buy this online. That I don't know. I assume you can. There's plenty in the shop, but does it taste like bourbon? Broadside. There's hints of broadside there. Um, I think if you're a broadside fan, you'll appreciate the beer. Although there's a lot more to it than probably what broadside was, with the addition of the cherries, the barrel aging side of things. Let's pour the rest in. Oh, and the ABV, wow. I can feel the ABV. Um, just make sure I get every little drop. Leave no drop behind. Oh, there we go. So I feel really happy that I've finally got this beer. There's up for all of us. There's breweries and there's beers that we want to try, and maybe, I mean, my Achilles heel is the fact that half the time I can't afford to, and I can't afford to spend loads of money at each particular brewery. But because obviously we were on holiday for the weekend, and we were down that area because our friends went down and we were meeting up with them, and it's like Southwold, I thought Adnams country, and went down, and I must admit both me and Andy were absolutely we were surprisingly blown away by the whole shebang down there. It was, to me, it's what breweries should be. It's part of the community, and they certainly are a massive part of that community, and they give back. They're employing a lot of people. They're a draw to the town. People are coming into the town to go to that brewery, to go to the brewery shop, to do brewery tours, to experience the pubs, to experience the seafront. Yeah, I'm absolutely enamoured with good vibes towards Adnams for this. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you think that breweries are not part of the community, and in this occasion, yeah, I've been suitably well impressed, and you know, whew, selling beer is one thing, but it's everything you do as well. In any job, hobby, business, there's the things you do that you don't need to do that make it so you know, that people remember. Yeah, you can bring out your big imperial stouts, but people remember the small stuff as well. Not the stuff where you're making money off people, but the stuff where you're doing something something different, you know. Um, and this, oof, what a beer! What an absolute stonker of a beer! So the air's getting to it now, and the bourbon's really starting to come out of this. It is bourbon, isn't it? I'm sure it is bourbon. Hold on a minute. I've got to double check myself now because I'm doubting what I'm saying. Yeah, I thought it was bourbon. I know it says it's oak aged, but I'm getting bourbon. Um, so what a stunner! Would I like to drink it again? Oh yes. Um, for me, it's one of those beers that was on my um, box ticking list of beers to do. Even though I forgot, you know, I forget most stuff. By the time I got to work, I forgot some stuff. Although negativity always flows in. Um, but the beer itself, absolutely outstanding on aroma, on taste, the complexities. You've heard what I said. If you followed the old review, you'll have heard. If you haven't, follow the old review. But yeah, absolutely amazing. You know, if you can, if you're near Southwold, go visit. You know, you will get the best experience. This is what a brewery should be, and that is at the top of the community. Um, I've never seen anything like it, and I'm really pleased that I went because there are breweries that, you know, claim to be this and that and this and that, but Adnams have delivered, and from the tap bar pub to the other pubs and to the shop and to the actual beers, wines, spirits that they do, yeah, absolutely amazing. And as for this beer, you know, top class. Uh, to be honest, I'm not getting 100% the Broadside feeling in it, but Broadside went into this to develop into something quite unique and quite different. Um, so for me, a good 4.6 out of 5. And yes, it's a must try beer if you get the chance. If you get the chance. And that's it for this beer review. Thank you for watching. See you soon.